That's going to be talking is a perfect example of the American dream and a true fighter is Marion Buchanan.
Changing the tape. Wow, this is awesome. And who knew I would come over? I'm here representing the small business owner, which I'm sure you can't hear. Okay. I'm not a singer. I didn't know I had to. Anyway, I'm happy to be here. One of the things I wanted to tell you today, and I'll get around to you'll get to understand what I'm saying, but one of my, it's not a hobby. I feel more like it's something that I'm supposed to do, and that is I do genealogy. Many people that know me know that I talk about it often. I found, first of all, I was born in Texas and raised in California. And so we came up to this country about 23 years ago, and then I find that I'm living in the very towns, counties of the people that came before me on my mother's side. And as I continue to research, I find that my people were the first people here. One came to Jamestown in 1622, and many of them fought in the Revolutionary War. So I feel very, very much like a true American because of this. Many of your people did the same thing. If you research, you'll know. But whether you come now or you came 5 years ago, it's a wonderful place to be if it's all working right. Last year, because of working too hard, I was repairing a ripped Achilles because I work a lot of hours. And I work more hours than the people that work for me do. And I'm old. Anyway, I had an opportunity that my husband, he'd read the 1776 by Dan McCullough. And he tried to encourage me many times to read it. And there I was, laid up. So I said, okay, I'll read that book. And that was life change for me. Now he's just an author, but he wrote about George Washington and everything leading up to the Declaration of Independence. I fell in love with George Washington because he was an honorable man, the beginning of honorable people that have led this country. The next novel I was encouraged to read was Luke T. Bennett's book, America, the Last Best Hope. And any of you that ever, I think it should, well, first of all, let me back up and say I think it should be standard reading for the American people. Because once you read that, you understand what's happened to us and the many people that have died for us. It's very humbling. Now, and speaking of my business, one of the things that you have to do when you have a small business is you try to be accountable for all the people that work for you, and you pay your taxes, and you pay your taxes, and you pay more taxes. And at the end of the month, sometimes I write checks based on faith, because I can't raise my prices as high as everyone else is raising their prices, or I won't have a business. So I do something that's very different from most government people, and that I don't spend more than I make. It is a concept. And because of that, I started thinking about our government and all of the... First of all, I've never been political, ever. I raised a large family, and then I decided, hey, I want to jump in there. And you know how I did it? I didn't go to the Small Business Association. I didn't go to anybody for help after one day with them. And it was so not where I wanted to be. So my husband says, we'll make it happen. And the day that the money came up for my first salon, and he told me that we took a second on our house, I almost died. Because I felt like that was all I had to give. I didn't want to give that up, but I did. So the second salon opened last October, and once again, I went to my home equity. Now, I would recommend that everybody do that, but I work hard, my husband works hard, and we pay double payment on our house every month so that we can, when we retire, which should have been yesterday, we'll at least own our home, which is a home that isn't over my means. I can actually afford it. So I guess what I'm trying to say today is that we as Americans have to be accountable for our America. And those of us that have never been gatherers of any kind, meaning I've never been part of any organization but the Cosmetology Association, we're going to be held accountable when we pass through this life, and our Heavenly Father says to us, why didn't you do more? And I think that we can do more, and this is the beginning of it. My time is up. I just wanted to let you know that the reason that I'm here today is because I'm you. And if you could be here, you'd be here. And I'm sure you all have wonderful, relevant things to say. But I want to leave with you the fact that everyone has to be accountable, and I think the government needs to be accountable for every penny they take from us. And I will accept less than that. And that's where we're going. And I'm thankful for all of you to come today. I don't feel so scared because I know that there's other people like me